Not one you expected when the play began.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second, I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First down.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Seahawks' 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
The 42-yard line.
Check mark 45, check mark 45. Hey, D-line, let's get in there now.
From the shotgun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20.
Good.
A big play that time for the Seahawks. 42 yards.
At the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Of 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 9-yard line.
This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 9-yard touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
A About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because
it got his man complete.
Bring it! Bring it!
Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 82 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years.
Gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defending.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a handoff for Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 on the Seahawks 12-yard line.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Check 24. Check 24.
Here's Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches.
And it brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it with Smith. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
CD, I want to sneak in a little NFC East talk here. I don't know what to make of this division. Through 4 weeks, they are a combined 3-12-1. The Eagles would actually be the division champs right now at 1-2-1. Washington and Dallas 1-3. The Giants certainly not out of it, even though, CD, they're 0-4 right now.
Yeah, this is unbelievable when you think about it. And if we were talking soccer, we'd be talking relegation, wouldn't we? All right? Would this division even exist next year? But there is potential there. The Eagles came alive with a big win on Sunday Night Football, beating San Francisco in San Francisco. Washington, they're trying to hang in there. Dwayne Haskins has to play better. Dallas should be the team. They've got to fix their defense. And the Giants, they may be 0-4. They're going to fight hard, but I don't think they're contenders in this division.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 32 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Without a doubt, the fade route is tough to stop if your wide receiver and quarterback are on the same page and the ball's placed in the proper spot.
Jason Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Here's Powell on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
17 yards.
We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. Completes his short throw to Stocker. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. LJ got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And fights through one man. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. On first and goal, Gurley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on the game there. Second and goal. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last shot for Wilson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack in.